We are watching episode 7 of Supernatural. It's the Great Pumpkin Sam Winchester. What the hell does that even mean? I feel like a lot of these episodes are titles of horror films or relating to horror novels or movies. And I assume this is another one of those things. But it's been a fun season for sure. All right, let's get into it.
Get enough?
I had to arm wrestle Norma Bleecker for these.
Honey, she's 74.
And a lot stronger than she looked. Remember last year? We ran out at 6:30.
That's just one piece.
You can have as much as you want after Halloween. You coming?
I'll be up in a minute.
He's got to get the candy. That's what it's going to do. Said if, like, my significant other was like, you can't eat, like, don't tell me what to eat or what I can or cannot eat. That's so strange. But of course he's going to die because the candy is poisoned. What? Oh, there's razor blades. Oh, no. He's going to choke on this? I can't watch this if he's going to end up choking on it. This is what they used to tell us all the time. Did he swallow it? Oh, what? How many did he eat? How many? What?
Luke, what's taking you so long?
Oh my God. No. God. They used to say that people would put razor blades or poison or drugs in the candy.
Did the police find any razors in the rest of the candy?
No. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
That's so crazy.
I just...
A witch. And he's just eating all this candy? I'd be terrified.
After that guy choked down all those razor blades.
It's Halloween, man.
Yeah.
Halloween.
For us, every day is Halloween.
That's true.
Thread. An herb that's been extinct for 200 years. And this is Celtic. And I don't mean some new age knockoff. It looks like the real deal, like 600 years old, real. And it's the charred metacarpal bone of a newborn baby.
Oh, gross. Witches, man, so friggin' skeevy.
Yeah. Oh.
This party blows.
Oh, I see. Was this show called Pretty Little Liars? Was that the one that she's in? God, it's been so long since I watched that show, and I never finished it. No one is gonna help her.
Jenny?
What is happening?
Jenny, come on!
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's the same thing.
Blood sacrifices over 3 days. The last before midnight on the final day of the final harvest. Celtic calendar, the final day of the final harvest is October 31st. If I'm right, this witch is summoning a demon. And not just any demon. Sam Hain. Dean, Sam Hain is the damn origin of Halloween. Celts believed that October 31st was the one night of the year when the veil was thinnest between the living and the dead. Things were put on to hide from him, sweets left on doorsteps to appease him, faces carved into pumpkins to worship him. He was exorcised centuries ago.
So even though Sam Hain took a trip downstairs, the tradition stuck.
Only now, instead of demons and blood orgies, Halloween is all about kids, candy, and costumes.
Oh my God. No. Oh, he's just sick. He's just getting nauseous because he's eaten so much chocolate. What?
Quit whining.
No, Sam, I mean son of a bitch.
She's the babysitter. Well, then why did she say she didn't know? That's weird.
Alice's babysitter. She told me she'd
Yeah,
never heard
that's
of
so
Wallace.
weird.
Well, if you were a 600-year-old hag and you could pick any costume to come back in, wouldn't you go for a hot cheerleader? I would.
Sam's always like, what's wrong with my brother? Like, really, what's wrong with you?
Well,
Damn, that was creepy.
bring back memories.
Of hell.
What do you mean?
Oh my God.
Being a teenager.
What
all
did
that
he
angst.
see in hell?
Now that brings back memories.
Dude, need a bigger kiln.
More disturbing than those guys.
She would cover page after page with these bizarre, cryptic symbols. She would depict herself in the middle of them, participating.
Symbols? What kind of symbols? Anything like this?
Yeah, I think that might have been one of them. Yeah, she got here about a year ago alone. As I understood it, as an emancipated teen. God only knows what her parents were like.
Wow.
Trick or treat.
This is a motel,
So?
so we don't have any candy.
No, we have a ton, and the,
We did, but it's gone. Sorry, kid, we can't help you.
I want candy.
Well, I think you better know.
That kid's gonna get you. Who's gonna find him? Oh, Castiel.
It's Castiel, the angel.
Oh.
Oh my God. I didn't mean to, sorry. It's an honor. Really, I've heard a lot about you.
Oh.
What are you gonna do?
Both of you need to leave this town immediately.
Why?
Because we're about to destroy it.
Oh no, not like Sodom and Gomorrah.
You're gonna smite the whole friggin' town?
We're out of time. This witch has to
This
die.
is cool,
The seal
bringing
must
this like
be saved.
old
Purified.
to modern times. It's cool.
I understand this is regrettable.
Regrettable.
We have to hold the line. Too many seals have broken already. It's the lives of 1,000 against the lives of 6 billion. There's a bigger picture here.
This whole town? Then you're gonna have to smite us with it because we are not leaving. So you went to the trouble of busting me out of hell. I figure I'm worth something to the man upstairs.
Is this that kid? It was the kid. It's the kid.
Astronaut!
Yeah.
I thought they'd be different.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the angels?
Yeah.
Well, I tried to tell you.
I mean, I thought they'd be righteous.
Well, they are righteous. I mean, that's kind of the problem. Of course, there's nothing more dangerous than some a-hole who thinks he's on a holy mission.
And heaven? This is what I've been praying to?
Look, man, I know you're into the whole God thing. You know, Jesus on a tortilla, stuff like that. Just because there's a
Wait,
couple of
what?
bad apples doesn't mean the whole barrel's rotten.
Did he say Jesus on a tortilla?
Don't give up on this stuff, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth was a dick, but baseball's still a beautiful game.
You know how much heat it would take to char a bone like this, Dean? No. A lot. I mean, more than a fire
Oh,
or
the
some kitchen oven.
kiln. Oh. Next to the crayons and markers.
Those are all from children.
Oh, jeez.
I'm guessing he's not saving him for the dog.
Oh, gosh.
How sloppy his incantation was? My brother always was a little dim. The gun is test!
Oh my god. Okay. Nice twist. I wasn't sure if they were working together. Cute.
You get him with the gun. Ugh, love that.
What are you doing? Just follow my lead.
My love.
What? Oh my god. No.
Whore.
What? Why?
What the hell was that? Halloween lore. People used to wear masks to hide from him. So I gave it a shot.
You gave it a shot?
Right. Oh, good thing it worked. That's so crazy. It makes me really want to go and look this guy up. Sam Hain. And that's so scary. No one would suspect him of being anything other than a guy just dressed in fake blood.
Mr. Harding? I mean, Dawn?
Whoa. What in the world? That poor kid, like that, they came way too late. Like, does that guy have a wood chipper in there? That makes no sense.
Yeah. That demon ray gun stuff doesn't work on me.
Oh, nice. Oh, God. Oh, he's gonna have to use his powers. Yeah, he had to. Can he also get the knife at the same time? Dean, just go help him. Oh, okay. I would accept that. I'd be fine with my brother doing that, but it's like just protecting him from Castiel.
Day Azazel killed your mother. And 22 years later, your girlfriend too. Must be difficult to bear. Yet you brazenly use the power he gave you. His profane blood pumping through your veins.
Excuse me?
You were told not to use your ability.
That demon would have killed me and my brother and everyone.
You were told not to.
If Sam Hain had gotten loose in this town...
Been warned. Twice now.
You are dicks.
The only reason you're still alive, Sam Winchester, is because you've been useful. But the moment that ceases to be true, the second you become more trouble than you're worth, and I will turn you to dust.
Let me guess. You're here for the I told you so.
Our orders.
Yeah, you know I've had about enough of these orders of yours.
Our orders were not to stop the summoning of Sam Hain. They were to do whatever you told us to do.
What?
Orders were to follow my orders.
It was a test.
What?
See how you would perform under battlefield conditions, you might say.
Big time-traveling wand of yours, and we had to do it all over again. I'd make the same call.
I mean, I don't think he failed.
But what I do know is that this here, these kids, the swings, the trees, all of it, still here because of my brother and me.
Do you think I was praying that you would choose to save the town?
You were.
These people, they're all my father's creations. They're works of art. Even though you stopped Sam Hain, the seal was broken. And we are one step closer to hell on earth for all creation. Not hammer, as you say. I have questions. I have doubts. I don't know what is right and what is wrong anymore. Means you will have more decisions to make. I don't envy the weight that's on your shoulders, Dean.
At the end there, with Castiel just talking to Dean about his own doubts and that kind of, are we doing the wrong thing? Are we doing the right thing? I think it's interesting because in some ways, they are fanatics on either side. Like if you're an angel, if you're a demon, you wholeheartedly believe without a doubt. And even if you had those doubts, biblically, you were cast out with Lucifer. If you were an angel and you had any doubts, you left. But I always wondered when I was reading those stories and listening to the stories, if some of the angels always had some doubt, maybe, a couple angels that always sort of questioned it, but they knew that they wanted to stay on God's side, so they stayed, but they were questioning a few things. It's also interesting that angels are so powerful, yet it's always the humans that have to do the hard jobs. Like an angel could have come down and helped and taken the Israelites out of slavery from Egypt, but they chose Moses, they chose Saul, they chose Daniel, David, Joseph. Like it was always a human that had to do the unthinkable, the hard thing, and they're just human. So I think that they're playing with that really well in this story where Castiel is giving, because I was sitting there, I was like, well, why does Dean have to carry all this weight on his shoulders? Like, what's the point? Like, what does this mean? But if we're going biblically, then yeah, that makes sense. It's always a human who has to for some reason, be cast with all of this weight and maybe be moved by the Holy Spirit and be talked to or have like some sort of relationship with God and just have that faith and move forward. But to see it like this is so interesting, I guess, with that background, knowing that, like, I understand the position that Dean is in. So I won't ask, well, why don't the angels do anything? Because that's like super biblical. It's not like the angels did a lot of things, like other than maybe give the Israelites manna, and I don't even know what else they've done. But clearly they do more in heaven, and there's more things going on that obviously we wouldn't understand. I think that this is getting really good. It's getting better and better. It's right up there with me with my own, figuring out my own beliefs and trying to have my own perspectives rather than just blindly believing one thing. Just having Sam being a fanboy of Castiel. I mean, I always remember when I was a kid wanting to meet angels, and I was told, we all have a guardian angel. They're with you all the time. You just can't see them. And I, as a kid, I really believed that, and I wanted to meet them. And so I would be in that same position of like, oh my God, it's an angel. But then you meet them and you're like, oh my God, it's an angel. Like, they're not very nice, because you just think that it's just this, it's not biblical. I just don't know anywhere in the Bible that's the angels are just so sweet. I mean, the only thing I can think of that always made my heart melt, there was these cartoons. There's a cartoon called He Is Risen, and those cartoons were so good. I loved those cartoons. Growing up with those were awesome, but there is the one where Jesus is risen, and the angels that come to minister to Mary and the disciples and all those people, they were so sweet, they were so handsome, and they were just like, they were like that my image of like what an angel would be like, just gentle and sweet and supportive, uplifting. But I don't think that's very biblical. I think the angels were terrifying. You would die if you saw an angel. It's the Bible school, it's the Sunday schools, whatever that created this story of, it's just so sweet and peaceful. It's like a fairy tale, but it's not that. If you really do read the Bible, there's a lot of darkness in there. I mean, Abraham almost killing his son as a test. I mean, that's you can't just not question that. That's weird, and I think it should be questioned of like why that is in the Bible and why that was even a thing. There's a lot of stuff that I think if there is a God, that God would not be bothered by doubt, lack of faith, or questions, because they wouldn't have the same viewpoints or perspectives or ego as a human being does. It's just a different thing. So I think always asking questions and digging deeper to understand anything is the right way to go that way. But this is definitely a lot more biblical, in my opinion, of like, if it was real, this is what it would look like. This is how the angels would behave and act. But Castiel, I really like him. He's interesting. He's like a thinker. Reminds me of what was that movie I watched with Paul Bettany? He was an angel. I think he was the angel Michael. It was a warrior angel, and he disagreed with what God was saying about destroying the earth or just killing this baby that was, yeah. So I forget what the movie's called. I reacted to it too. But there is that thing of what's right. Do we always follow orders, especially if it's from high above? But what if those orders are not right? Like, it doesn't sit well in your stomach. Like, what do you do then? And I think I agree with Dean. You do what's right all the time, even if it is to disobey those orders because if it's harming someone or a group of people, then your orders are wrong. That's not right. So It's cool. I like what's going on. I'm going to get into the next episode. Thanks so much for watching with me. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Okay, thanks again. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.